So the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, of course, honors the great boxers that have entertained us and put their life and their souls on the line in the ring. But it also honors those that have helped the sport of boxing. And in just a moment or two, we're going to have a gentleman up here who will talk about 3 inductees: Duane Ford, Mark Brisman, and Dr. Flip Homansky. And the gentleman that's going to come up here and do that is very special to this evening, because without him, we would not be having this evening. He was the creator, the founder, and the inspiration for the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. It was his brainchild, his baby, and he worked tirelessly to make this organization happen. In addition to all that, he happens to be a terrific boxing commentator who has called the fights of many of the champions in this room tonight, and he is a man who has a tremendous passion for the sport of boxing. I'm proud to call him my friend, as he is to many of you, Mr. Rich Murata.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about those desserts? Take pictures of those. Those are great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, judges are like football's offensive linemen, but in boxing. In other words, nobody notices or mentions them unless they get something wrong, or at least it's perceived as something wrong by fans and media. But for the love of the sport, for a chance to participate, for not very much money and for very little love, boxing judges are a very necessary part of the sweet science. Now, even we've been guilty of overlooking them, but no more, because tonight Duane Ford becomes the first judge inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. He is a man who has sampled the many different areas of boxing, starting out as a timekeeper and a knockdown counter at ringside, which he found very boring. And he said after a while he started actually practicing his scoring in the rounds while he was doing that, and then went through the process of becoming a judge. And once that process was finished, he quickly became so respected that he not only got assigned to a lot of fights, but he got assigned to judging the very biggest fights. Duane has judged over 600 bouts and expanded his role not just by judge, but to travel the world being a judge trainer. In other words, teaching others, conducting seminars, getting those who would judge to do it right and put them on a righteous path, which is so important in boxing at ringside. So well respected that Duane was elected president of the NABF. The North American Boxing Federation has been re-elected to a second term for a job that is not only time-consuming, but one which he has to be all in, overseeing boxing in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. This still continues, and for Duane, it's a labor of love with boxing, and we can all thank him, which the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame can do its part in doing tonight by recognizing his contribution with the induction of Duane Ford as the first judge into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame.
Moment is truly surreal. I never in my life ever had a thought or ever thought I would be elected or inducted in a Hall of Fame. I gained my love for boxing from my father, who was a railroad worker and farmer. for he loved boxing and he would listen on the radio, so I would lay on the floor and listen to the fights with him. Then when I was in college, I had the opportunity of boxing on the college team. And there I met a lifetime friend, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid. We would punch each other in the face in practice every day. And I learned and understood how this man is a fighter. And he taught me the ability to be able to train and go through very difficult moments. I take my hat off to him tonight and thank him, for he is a fighter and will continue to fight. My love of the game comes with great respect for the fighters. Tonight, this is not about me, it's about the fighters. I was looking at the inductees when it was announced, and if my memory is correct, I judged every one of their fights of all the fighters inducted tonight. It tells me I'm old, but it tells me that I have great respect for these fighters. And the younger officials in the audience, and those who are here that support and love boxing, it's the responsibility of these young ones to defend boxing with their character, with their life. For these fighters in the ring who are spilling their blood, sweat, and tears. I acknowledge my wife tonight. She's endured the sport of boxing. And then while I am on doing the things that I love in boxing, my family at this table, I thank them tonight for being here and for supporting me through the years. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Duane. Congratulations.